It's that time of year again. It's time to get fit. Or is it?
But I think it's a waste of time. Pointless.
All coming up on this week's Dirt Shed Show.
Yes, welcome to the show this week where we're going to get into the fitness side of things in a minute. But what else we got, Blake?
Oh, inspiration from the Dakar Rally.
Oh, so good.
Plus, checking out Sam Hale's Instagram, I wonder if he's going to make a return to downhill racing. Interesting stuff.
Please. Something else that's reincarnating and coming back is Jeff the Jeep on Instagram. It's looking different.
It's him.
It's bigger and wider.
It's not white anymore.
Yeah. It's also, I guess, guys, our first chance to actually kind of recognise the departure of Chris Smith from GMBN.
He is gone.
He's left. Chris,
Smith.
We miss you already.
Pastures new.
And I guess also it's something we should start with, and Tom will talk about this more in the news in a minute. We've got to recognise the awful news of Ken Block's passing. Oh,
Yeah.
so sad, so sad. Didn't you ride with him?
Didn't ride with him. I drank at the same pub as him once in Whistler.
pretty good.
He showed up.
That's pretty good.
He was there. Travis Pastrana, Kerry Hart, Ken Block, all
And Neil Donoghue.
I mean, the same pub.
Wow.
It's like a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, such sad news.
Yeah.
Terrible. Right, I tell you what else is terrible. Fitness in January. What's your problem with it, Bingers? What's your issue with this getting fit in January?
I haven't got any issues with it. I just don't think as much, it's pointless spending so much time looking at numbers, following it, trying to get fit, right? I think it's a waste of time.
Just go riding.
I think just going out there, riding and having fun riding, all your favourite tracks, you're gonna get fit anyway, no matter what. It's all about riding bikes.
Now I get it.
Not numbers.
He's a good model for that, actually, Neil, because you don't really look at the numbers.
I actually don't look at the numbers.
He's very fit because he just rides a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've sort
it's
of
a good
been
argument.
on both sides of this. I kind of now agree getting fit is kind of the don't really like doing it, but if I could ride myself fit, great. But when I raced, I definitely came into my enduro racing career not fit enough. I won a race and I absolutely smoked. And then that winter I was like, I need to get fit. And it made a big difference to how well I did.
Yeah.
Obviously not everyone's racing, so. But I do think, actually now I'm not very fit. And I, halfway down a run at Bike Park Wales, I'm like, I'm rubbish now. Like the top half, I was riding well and was enjoying, and then I'm not fit enough to enjoy the rest, so I wish I was a bit fitter.
Hang on, most of us, the majority of us, we don't actually race. So looking at numbers and all that is kind of irrelevant, really, isn't it?
He's really against it.
Yeah.
There's more going on here. What's your big problem with it specifically in January?
Well, the point where you do this FTP test, because I put my name forward to get fit in 30 days, but I've got to do a test before and after.
You did it for Garmin thing, didn't you?
I did and nearly threw up.
Yes.
I actually did throw up.
I've never pushed so hard like that before.
It was terrible.
And if you're doing a fit in 30 days, you've got to do FTP at the start
see where
and the
fit
end.
you are.
and then see if it did work out.
Oh,
But it's not just about riding your bike, it's about your food, your diet.
But I do think, January is time for people to get motivated. And I think you need to harness it. If you're feeling motivated, do it now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't stay around forever. So you need to just harness it when you can.
And some people use those numbers as goals.
Yeah.
They really need the numbers to get them to that point. But I'm struggling with it because I'm sort of in your camp, right? I've never really trained for fitness. I've just practiced for progression. Yeah.
Beach
just
body.
to look proper pumped up. No, I've only ever trained for progression of riding skills. So I was never thinking about how fit I was getting. I was just thinking about how much I could do on the bike itself. So I'm sort of half in your camp, but you're good evidence.
Is that like you gotta be explosive trials?
Well, yeah, I mean, you do get that kind of poppy fitness where you can really get a lot out of your bounce.
It's different, but there is something to take from it. Being fit when you go out riding does make it a lot easier and better.
I used to spend hours on a road bike to ride my mountain bike better.
Don't need them anymore. E-bikes don't need to be fit.
It's very true.
That is true.
It's true.
Is that kind of true?
Well, in my case it is, because I can go out and ride my e-bike loads and I'm not that fit.
We rode Bike Park Wales. We only had an hour and we did 5 runs. Now, if you did that on a normal bike...
5 runs?
I did 5 runs.
You rode up?
Rode Terry's Belly, Poppity Ping, back up, and rode Wibbly Wobbly, back up, and then rode insufficient funds, and then back up and did another one.
That is
Done.
amazing.
An hour.
That is amazing. Okay, so that's a pretty good argument there, right? We've got lots of angles on it, but what do you think out there? Is this time of year all about getting fit? Are you going to do it, I guess? Are you going to go out and get fit in January? Or are you with sort of on the Blake side of the fence where it's
Forget
like,
the numbers.
forget it, just go out and ride a lot? Or Neil's one is like, if you get fit, you get good.
Or is it like 30-day get fit, or is it a 30-day make enough money to buy an e-bike? Are we becoming like a trading channel? Whoa.
You guys choose out there. Let us know in the comment section down below. What do you think about getting fit in January? Is it pointless or a great idea? Looking forward to see what you've got on that. Right, I tell you what, we have got a big announcement to make. We've got a new partner.
We have. Let's grab a bit.
Yeah.
Peaty's products. I know. Have you ever heard of Steve Pete?
No.
Steve
Who is
P, who the hell's he? This is actually fantastic news. Fantastic news.
Fantastic news. Fantastic. You got the giggles already. Fantastic, Martyn. Brilliant.
Don't stop. Don't shush.
Fantastic.
Did I say fantastic?
Fantastic news.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you did, yeah.
Yes, so here it is, Peaty's Products, our new sealant, lube and cleaning products partner on the channel. We are so excited by this brand because one thing we've really loved straight away is how they really pay attention to being environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Across the packaging and all the products, biodegradable stuff in the sealant.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff to be on board with the channel.
And as you may have guessed from the names, is Steve Pete behind this stuff. So it's designed by riders for riders, proper brand like that. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing Peaty stuff popping up in some of our how-tos and across the channel over this next 3 years.
It's glitter in it.
Fantastic.
Look at that.
Welcome aboard, guys. Nice to have you. Right, let's keep going with the show. We've got some news coming up and then we're going to get into some more chat. Over to you, Tom.
What's up everyone, long time no see. I hope you all had a great festive season and got out for a handful of rides while you were at it. Now we've got a little bit of catching up to do as it's been a few episodes since I was about to bring you the news, but luckily most of it this time of year is athlete focused, so we can do a supercut here of all the team changes that I can find so far. Deep breath now, I'm going to try and do this all in one take. Stylish Scottish enduro athlete Lachlan Blair has left Orange Bikes to his new home at Deviate. Last year's EWS champ Jack Moyer has left Canyon, and although we're pretty sure we know where he's going, it's not been confirmed yet. Similar news with this year's EWS champ Jesse Melamed, who's left Rocky Mountain, which I believe is currently the only team he's ever been on. So most of his life with the one brand. Another athlete off of Canyon, Mark Wallace, moves on to pastures new after 6 years with the brand, and fellow downhiller Charlie Harrison has chosen to retire from pro racing completely. Joe Nation has left the Pole Bikes team. Doesn't currently look like he's got anything lined up for next year, but an exciting racer to watch, and we hope he finds a brand to take him on. Scottish XC thrasher Isla Short is moving on from her long-term partnership with the Rider Firm and Hunt Wheels. No news on where to just yet though, as well. A few more long-termers now. Sam Blenkinsop moves on from Norco after 8 years. Blenky is just such a pleasure to watch riding a bike, so whatever he ends up riding, I'm at least personally likely to want one 150% more than I did before. And it's not often a rider clocks up a whole decade with a brand, but that's what Iago Garay has done, and after 10 years on Santa Cruz is off to a new home for next year's EDR. Cube Racing has added Simon Chapelet to the roster for 2023, and Veronica Widman and Harry Malloy are the latest riders to leave Madison Saracen, meaning that team is likely to be acquiring some new riders with the spaces that have opened up. Only the British Mac Walker is on that roster right now. 16th in the world and frequently found inside the top 10 for 2022 sees Jack Menzies land a spot on the Polygon Enduro team. And to round out a trio of riders leaving Canyon, Jacob Jewett has moved over to the Pivot Factory Racing team. I actually did it all in one take. I actually did it all in one take. Hey! Of course, one big name is missing from that list, and with 3 riders off of Canyon, we knew that we were in for a pretty big signing or two. Sam Pilgrim is one of them. In his last video featuring a high bike, Sam quoted a bit of a change of direction between what his long-term sponsor wanted from him in terms of content and the direction he wanted to go in. So as a trick guy, his natural fit is at the brand who arguably have the biggest freeride, street and trials presence in the world, Canyon. Hopefully we'll catch up with Sam soon to chat about that change. Now, a bit of a deviation this week to a serious note. I'm sure you've seen, but it's with great sadness that I have to talk about the sudden death of gymkhana and rally car legend Ken Block, who passed away earlier this week in a snowmobile accident. As well as co-founder of DC Shoes and a demon behind the wheel of any car, Ken Block remains an enormous influence in the action sports and online video scene, creating these behemoth videos that surpassed the boundaries of rally to bring whatever he was doing that day to hundreds of thousands of people. As an influence on bringing extreme sports into the mainstream and for inspiring people like many of us here to make videos about the things that you love, Ken Block will not be forgotten. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll now hand you over to Toff for the sickest thing of the week.
This week's sickest thing has to be this new video from Leo Rogers and Julian Molina from Cross Bikes called When Leo Met Julian. If you've been looking for that new year, new me, inspirational push to just get on the bike, have fun, learn stuff, and generally be like the best you possible, you have to watch this. It's like so good. Also, isn't it hilarious that you got all these people with all these stupid excuses, myself included, and then there's people like Julian who spent 3 years trying to learn tail whips their natural way, and then only find out they have to like completely relearn it opposite because otherwise the pedal's in the wrong way. Now, unfortunately, a few days before this video came out, Leo got hit by a car, which resulted in surgery, and now he's got like really limited mobility. So if you want to help him out with this new challenge, fees and stuff, there's a link to his GoFundMe page in the description. So go check that one out. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
Look, detailing brush.
Nice.
That's nice.
That is called a bog brush.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like it.
Careful what I used there.
That's what that.
Right, it's time for a GMBN shop shout out. The sale that's going at the moment has got even bigger for some of our fan favourite products.
Wow. Well, one of my favourites is that yellow tech tee.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
It's sported in Spain. You've got to
Yeah.
be somewhere warm because it's short sleeve.
Yeah, what are we looking at?
It was 40, now 50% off.
50%?
That's almost half price.
You could buy two and you get one
Half cheaper.
cheaper.
What's 250?
Similarly,
You can get two for one. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
you're making stuff up. We can't just make up the sale.
No,
here
but
and
you
now.
can get two. You buy.
You can't. You can't not. It
Well, you buy two, you get one because
The
it was
same,
the same price
if you wanted to.
Yeah, you see.
Buy two, you get one.
Yeah. Should we do that again?
One of my favourites, a yellow tech tee, short
Yeah.
sleeve, was 40% off, it's now 50% off. That's
yeah.
almost half price.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very good.
Is half price.
Jesus. Yes, and one of my favourites, actually, the camo white grey race jersey,
yes.
also was 40%, now 50% off.
Oh,
So basically, Blake, you could buy two of them for the same original price.
I know. You might as well get two.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Lastly, is the classic navy sweatshirt. One of my favourites,
Yes.
right?
Why aren't you
Yes.
wearing it then?
Well, it's warm in here, and it's a sweatshirt, and I didn't want to be sweaty. Anyway, 30% off.
Nice.
It's not though.
No.
40%. Come on.
40%, yeah. So we've got some big increases in the sale prices over on the shop. So head over there while you've got a chance and get yourself something great. And it's a great way to support the channel, so we really appreciate it. Right, lads, it's time for some hacks and bodges. Right, hacks and bodges time. First one from who, Neil?
Jiri in the Czech Republic.
Oh.
I like a homemade tool. So this is for these four-pot Magura MT5 calipers.
Yeah.
He's made these kind of steel things so you can basically keep the pistons in place and work on one piston at a time. So you pump the brake and then just the one pops out.
Okay, yeah, that's a clever idea, actually. It's slightly
piston
over-engineered.
Well, you don't want to use them very often, I would have thought. You know what I normally use?
Yeah.
A tire lever, part tool tire lever. They've got a bit
Plastic
of chunk to
one.
them. But I guess you still have to, you'd have to have two to do this, and two hands. Quite hard, actually.
Yeah.
The way I get around this is I only use 2-pot brakes.
And you never service them.
No, and I never serviced them.
He doesn't even touch his
serviced a brake in my life. Who we got next? That's a good one, you Jiri. Well done. Next up, we've got this GT Zazcar.
There's no description.
That has been made, well, it's a great example of a lovely bike though. I love the Zazcar. And of course, what they've done here is cut down a tyre and made a chainstay protection.
I like it. On the sidewall
piece.
knobbles, there is.
Yeah, clever that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because those bits, you can buy those bits, they're quite expensive.
Tyres are good use for that, I suppose.
It's good
isn't it?
use of a tyre.
It's going to be
Probably
quiet.
Recycling.
the best use of a
Literally.
tyre we're going to see this week. Next up, we have got...
Check that. This is
this.
it's Magnus in Sweden. I was checking out the tyres because the first picture is just the bike.
Yeah.
The tyres up. They got some metal studded tyres.
Oh, yeah.
But a cheap bike hacked it into a rigid 29er by fitting some Schwalbe ice spikers to it. That barely cleaned the frame. And I thought it was really cool. And then hacked
it?
a front basket. Instead of buying an expensive front one, I purchased a cheap shopping basket.
He purchased.
Purchased
Hang on a minute.
It looks like
He
can
hasn't
just walk
purchased
into a
it.
shop and take
He has not purchased it.
Purchased all the things. And
My,
walked out with
oh
them.
no, it is
And
my
why?
own. It is my own. I think you can actually buy it.
Why would you want to have a basket like that on the front of your bike?
You're alien.
What, to put stuff in it?
Put your alien in it. Good shout. Good shout. Well, Magnus, it's definitely a good use of a basket. It's a weird one for Hacks and Bodges that week, though. Not sure about it. And lastly,
baskets.
we've got. Oh, brilliant. Next up, we've got Christoph, who I think has won best use of a tyre this week.
Really?
Look what he's done to his shoes.
He's worn it. How did you wear it?
Oh!
Look at that. My
Christoph
God.
says it was as good as new.
Wow.
Gonna be grippy.
Do you know what you would
That
call
is
these in
horrible.
Zimbabwe, right? There you go. It's called a magnatella. It's basically they cut a tyre from a car and turn it into shoes. I had some.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It's pretty ghetto. It's pretty ghetto. Right, lads, we've got to pick a winner for Hacks and Bodges this week. They're going to get themselves a stump mug. Is it Jiri? Is it Magnus? Is it GT's Asgard? Or is it Christoph with his tyre replacement?
Can I give it to Neil for the alien?
Neil's alien
I've already
joke.
got one.
Yeah, he's got a stunt mug. He can
So
give it to
I
Neil.
reckon Jiri with his homemade tools for working on the pistons. I think it's good.
Jerry, well done, stunt mug. On its way to you.
Oh, that was incredible.
So the crotch.
It was literally going for his.
Yes. Remember, if you've got a hack or a bodge you'd like to show us, then dive into the GMBN uploader, give us some info on your hack or your bodge, show it, and you could be winning yourself a stump mug next week. I expect to see you there. Global Bike Festival, Neil. Looking forward to it?
It's back and it's bigger and it's better.
It is.
June. Is it June? Yeah.
June 15th to 18th.
I should know. It's in my calendar.
Yeah, it's in mine.
Gonna be
I'm going
there.
to be there. You're going to be there?
We're all quite excited about it.
I love it.
Yeah, there's going to be some really cool guests, and you'll be able to ride, you'll be able to relax, be able to have entertainment. It's going to have everything. We're all going to be there. The tickets are on sale at globalbikefestival.com. I suggest you hurry up.
And there are more booking options and flexibility there, so check it out.
Yeah, nice. I definitely want to get into, well, I'm going to call it Caption Contest from last week, but it isn't Caption Contest. Because we didn't put a photo up last week because we were into our awards.
Yeah, we are.
But we got a little bit of hassle in the comments about our awards.
I didn't see it. Did
We
I
upset
win
a few
anything?
people. Neil, weirdly, you
You
didn't get
any?
nominated. You didn't get. But
The star was not the
not
judge.
really, I didn't win anything either.
you
But
did.
there were some valid points in the comments down below, right, which was quite interesting. So I feel like we should recognise them. And I quite like it when everyone has a bit of a fight in the comments, I've got to be honest. It's good fun.
It is
right,
good.
so KJ Rakazar says, I disagree with the first award.
I too.
Rigged.
I too.
It says, pun would have worked if Blake won. Neil wasn't nominated because he's head adjudicator. Were you the head adjudicator?
I don't know.
It wasn't
It wasn't him then.
But that's what the head adjudicator, secret head adjudicator, was saying. Say he didn't know.
No, you would say no comment.
Someone else, Payne Rides Bikes. This one we've been called out here. Pauline Fran-Prevost didn't even get a mention, and she won 4 World Championship jerseys.
You mean
last year.
the legendary Pauline Fran-Prevost that's already done it? Well, not what she won 3 in
Yes.
1 year before. Now
Now-
she won 4.
Yeah, but here's my defence, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be too good. Sometimes we just think she's just always world
What's
champion.
point in winning any of our awards when she's already got all that?
Exactly.
Exactly. Neil.
Exactly.
Exactly. I don't
Oh,
think
he's
Pauline's
on fire
bothered.
today.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Aliens and then that.
And last one was Root Dog says Blake definitely shouldn't have won the series because he didn't even finish the van. So Rich was a well-deserved win. I know that's going to upset
You know,
even more people. in the
I know who
comments.
Root Dog is, and he's local. He lives near you. So he probably knows. He's probably seen the van.
He's seen your
probably
van lots
seen
of
the van.
times. Yeah. When are you going to finish it, mate?
It's finished.
Is it?
Oh, no one
Is
believes it.
though?
No one's seen it.
No, exactly.
Well, I
yeah.
did actually. But when I
You've seen it.
Didn't know that finished. Or was that finished?
That's come, Neil.
Anyway, thanks for your comments. We really appreciate it and we love your opinions. It's great and they're valid, just as valid as ours. So it was good to read those. We enjoyed it. But we are going to do a caption contest this week. So here's your caption contest photo. There you go. Give us a caption for that and you could win yourself a stunt mug next week on the show. So lots of ways to win the stunt mug this week. There you go. Okay, some things we liked this week. What you starting with, Neil?
Dakar Rally's on.
Yes, it is.
15 days. Actually, the footage on YouTube, their YouTube channel is brilliant. It's got everyday highlights. Love watching the bikes, but also actually quite interested in the rest of it as well. But it's
trucks.
so hard.
Yeah.
There was on Instagram, it was Toby Price just getting stuck in this sand dune. It's like it's the deepest sand ever, and he's just turning around. Obviously, they're big bikes as well. We're all
Huge.
motorbike fans,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Love watching that.
Yeah. My friend actually did the Dakar.
Really?
A couple
did,
of years
yeah.
ago, yes. And I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to seeing this year. Sam Hill coming back to downhill racing. I think that's what's going on.
That's what's
right?
going to happen.
Yeah, Doddy put this post up the other day. I only saw it recently.
Ooh,
but yeah, he's
interesting.
saying he thinks Sam Hill's coming back. He's worked out the timeline of his training period.
It says
And it
see you
sounds
in
like-
212 days,
Yeah.
which means Valtol. Valtol, I can imagine him showing up.
And kick
Kind of teased
Can you
it a bit
imagine?
before.
Imagine
And
that.
is the new Nuke-Proof downhill bike I may have had.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because
Sam.
Ronan
I think it is,
Dunn
yeah.
kid was one.
Yeah, let's put everyone straight. Get Sam Hill back on top of the podium. That would be amazing. I tell you what. Now you're here.
Something has finished, yes.
Something is finished.
Something is finished.
When are we gonna
It's
see it
called Jeff
properly?
the Jeep, but it isn't Jeff the Jeep, is it?
Jeff the van.
Jeff the van, and it's done. And
It is
We're
done.
going to start seeing some stuff.
Yeah,
in this van now.
I'm going to film the reveal probably next week.
Is it as good as you'd hoped?
There's a few things I could have changed,
I can't wait to see what he's turned that van
but it's
into.
very nice.
Is it the
I'm
ultimate
excited.
mountain bikers?
I think, for me, yes. I think it's really good. It's got everything. It's got compressor, it's got jet wash, it's got an awning, it's got tent.
Is it as good as a 100 grand Sprinter with knobbly tyres?
Yes, because it's cheaper.
It's a very nice van. I can't wait to see it in action. You've got some good plans for it.
I've got some really good
cool.
plans.
And something I really want to mention this. Funny little post here. Some highlights of Chris Smith over on EMBN. We're missing him here in
Already.
the GMBN building. Already. It definitely smells a lot fresher here, doesn't it?
It's because of peas.
I don't know, I'm
yeah.
not sure about that.
But we're missing Chris and looking forward to what he does next.
Coming up on the channel this week, what are we looking forward to?
Oh, we've got lots of stuff. Neil, what's your favourite?
I actually took that cheap downhill bike out to see
Yes.
how good or bad it was. And actually, I enjoyed it.
Loved it.
enjoyed it?
Loved it. Nice.
26 not dead for you?
Not for me. It's literally in my garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Looking forward to seeing the old real Neil back on the 26th.
Don't know about that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to these trends that have been and gone.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
quite funny. When you see a trend come in, you think, oh, it's the new standard.
Skinny jeans,
2 weeks
beards.
later, gone.
A bikes.
Steady.
Tell you what, I've started a new trend, kids bikes. I rode a 20-inch kids bike.
Yeah,
How
that
hard
is
can you ride it?
Not any.
That one right there.
What's that one?
That one there.
20-inch Nuke-Proof skate.
It's brilliant.
You sort of fallen in love with it a little bit.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
really love it.
Yeah, it's a really great bike. So some good videos coming up on the channel this week. Make sure you don't miss them. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you give this video a like because it gets it out there to other people. Okay, let's round it up on the Dirt Shed Show this week with some bike vault. Bike vault time.
First
up.
bike it's in Santiago, El Durazno Bike Park. It's Felipe's Enduro 2020. Base model, but fully upgraded. It looks swish, doesn't it?
Pretty capable.
Perfect setup.
Shock. I wonder if he rode through there on the Andy Pacifico.
I think we did.
Maybe. Don't know, actually.
Nice, what are we giving that? Lad?
Ah, it's super nice.
Super nice. Lovely
Yeah.
setup as well. Nice.
Ooh. This is more nearer us.
This is South Wales.
Wham's Nuke-Proof Giga. Where is that? I recognise that. Twitch, that's, where is that?
Is that Bike Park Wales? No.
Is it Cumcarn?
Cumcarn or Afan?
Could be. I tell you what, I love the Giga. I really
Yeah, I
do.
do
It
like
just
the Giga.
looks mean.
Does look good.
It's got spank wheels all round. That
Purple
is an
bits.
aggressive.
I think I'm giving that.
Yeah,
Yeah, high front end.
It's got
bars.
quite a high front end. You just
that's
stack on
true,
that.
actually.
Oh,
Whoa!
I remember,
Giant AC Team XTC.
I remember Rich Warner, lesser known brother of the Warners, riding
Yeah.
that bike.
That is Tim's giant AC team. What was that like? Did you ever ride one of them, Neil? It doesn't look good.
Their downhill bike at the time was good. Don't know about that one.
Right.
Is that a Mr. Control on the front there, or an MRP?
No, I reckon that's a cheaper version of. I don't know.
Well, it's a very interesting build. I quite like
Drop a
it.
post on it. It's like modern bits on the old school frame. Right?
Was that
What do you
Mavic?
think? I feel like I
521.
can't grade this one. Neil, what are you going to give
Nice.
it? Nice.
Different colour grips. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, look at this Trek.
Trek Marlin from William.
Like, I love the tan walls, man.
Riding down his favourite trail, Powerline, which my friends and I took a couple of photos when we were at the bottom.
I do like that.
It was dry.
Well,
How
yeah,
clean the
nice.
bike is.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I
Chocolate.
would.
Next up,
That is a mega. John Paul's. John Paul, the Pope.
Pope John Paul's
Nuke-proof
Mega
Magnum.
Nuke Proof.
One Planet Adventure.
Well, it's non-drive side. I am a big fan of the nuke.
Do you know what? I know where that is. That's called Snowdon View. Do you know why?
Why? Because there's Snowden down there.
You can't see it, it's clouds. It's not.
What are we giving the bike, lads? I think that's nearly.
I think that's super nice.
Well, it's
Super nice.
non-drive side.
It's the orange
Oh,
fork. It looks
non-drive
well,
side.
Blake's got an issue with it not being dry. So I've
is
ever
it?
have some variety in life.
it's well nice.
No. Wow.
All right, it's
Oh,
nice.
I've already scrolled
It's
on.
Nice.
Blake, scroll on. Check.
Next up, Nicholas's move.
Look at that. I bet that's called.
Calm down.
Yeah, no.
We haven't even looked at it yet.
Look at it. I have.
Have those fat tyres got studs in them as well?
That's a Moose FB1.
It's got our tyres on it, Bingers. It's got a dingler
45.
dingers.
It's got dinglers in it. Yeah. Look at that dingler farm.
My first fat bike.
Well done,
And
you.
your last. They're a joke to ride.
Well, you never need another one once you've got one. do you? It's
No,
not
that's
you
true.
upgrade it.
That's true.
That's
What are we
beautiful.
giving this fat bike? It's
I said it's super nice already.
Blake absolutely
I
loves
loved
it.
it. Ooh.
Oh dear. This is a giant anthem. They're actually a really good bike.
Yeah,
They were a really
I guess
good
this is. Well, no, it's 2021. I thought that was old now. But it's in Germany, Klingenberg am Main.
It's,
On
as much
Trails
as
to the Vineyard.
as much as you would diss the mud guards, right?
Boy, am I.
But I bet he is clean as a whistle.
He's clean, yeah, but look what he's done. Look how much he's had to pay to stay clean. He's had to pay in severe
Credit?
not coolness.
Street
Rear
credit?
mud guards, hard to defend, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I can see why people do.
I can see you defend. No?
That's a nice, I think. That's
It's
nice. Next up, we've got NYX 2022 Orange Crush Pro.
And crammed
It's not orange, is it?
Well, it is an orange, but it is an orange. Neil, what do you think? of
Nick
this one?
was meant to be working, but the snow was just too inviting to go for a play.
Super nice then.
Really, you can't believe he's super nice then.
Yeah. It's a cool hardtail.
Last up, we've got Steve's Specialized Crave.
Little gunpowder.
Look at
trail.
the stalactite in the background of ice.
Yeah, cold day out. Cold day out. We're
Freezing.
giving that. We're giving it.
Well,
I think it's nice.
where is that? I don't know where the little gunpowder
It's in the
trail is.
woods.
It's a nice. And we are out of the
Ah.
bike vault. Good bikes this week. Hard to judge.
Yeah, it was hard to
this week.
judge.
Yeah, sort of all of them were right on the cusp.
You reckon some good ones?
Yeah. Thanks for sending them in. If you've got a bike, which of course you have, why haven't you sent it into the bike vault yet? If it hasn't been on, send it again. We want to see it and we want to tell you whether it's nice or super nice. It's just an arbitrary way of us judging things and it means nothing. But anyway, send it in because it's good fun. That's the end of the show, guys. We're out. So I guess you guys are out. Remember, you got to decide. Get fit or not? Is it just a waste of time? We want to know. Let us know in the comments down below. But until next week, it's goodbye from me.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Laters.